Today we'll talk about security, network security. This is coming from Chapter 8. And the first thing that we want to think about is why are we spending our time talking about network security? Why is this an important subject? So can you think of any reasons why we need to deal with this at all? What kind of information is there sent through the network that needs to be protected? Okay, so for first is bank information. So that could be some financial information. Credit cards, maybe? Anything else?
Just like
Personal information. So, did you say personal email?
Well, yeah, it's because we send email all the time and it must sometimes be secured by most of the time governments or banks.
Okay, so we might be talking to, I don't know, our friends or family or lovers maybe, and they want to have these private conversations not visible through the network. But the network security became important since millions of ordinary citizens started using the network for banking, shopping, filing tax returns, and sending other sensitive information through the network. So before, when we were not doing these things through the network, we didn't need to worry about this problem so much. But right now, millions of people are sending this kind of information through the network every day. So banking, shopping, tax returns, and even personal information. So who are the people that would want to intrude into this important information? So the most security problems are caused intentionally by malicious people that are trying to harm someone to gain benefit or to gain attention. So they are intentionally caused. By malicious people. Either they want to gain some benefit, or they just want to get attention. Or harm someone. Can you give an example? What kind of people would want to gain benefit, attention, or harm someone by exploiting network security vulnerabilities.
Pretty much anybody, really.
Okay, so look on the screen. Can students do that or not?
Yeah.
Students usually do what? Try to read their girlfriend's emails. I had this before. I had a boyfriend that cracked my password reading my emails. When I was a student.
Please tell me he's an ex.
So, students snooping on other people's emails. Crackers are hackers trying to get attention. They are just trying to show off. We are the smartest people in the world. We can crack any security system that you design. So again, they're just having fun. But then we could have some people that are intentionally trying to harm somebody, like an ex-employee that was fired, or a business guy trying to steal competitive strategies and a competitive advantage from other companies, or accountants and other financial specialists trying to steal money from banks or bank statements. And then people trading on the stock market, denying that, for example, they bought some stocks and the stocks went down and they lost a lot of money, and then they come back and say, oh, I never bought that. I didn't actually buy that. I don't know what happened. So we as the network security designers need to deal with all these issues and provide means for securing the system to where this could not happen. Not to mention that sometimes we might have to deal with intelligent, dedicated, and sometimes well-funded adversaries, such as spies that are trying to learn military secrets of other governments, and so these are people that are intelligent, with good training, and that have large funds of money available to do these things. So we as a network security designers, who try to be outsmarting these intelligent and well-funded adversaries. So how are we going to do that? We have 4 categories in network security. The first one is called secrecy, or also called confidentiality. This means keeping the information out of the hands of unauthorized users. The next one is called authentication. So these are 4 categories of network security. determining that who we're talking to is really the person that they say they are? Or are we who we say we are? Can we prove that? So verifying the identity of who we're talking to. Before revealing any sensitive information to them. The third category is non-repudiation. This has to do with this stockbroker that I mentioned. Bought the stocks went down, and then he's saying, I didn't actually order these things. So how can we prove that he ordered them, or if he didn't order them? Or some customer bought some merchandise and then said, I didn't buy that. So this category ensures that it deals with signatures. How do we prove our customer placed the order if they did not do that, if they claim they did not do that? So we would place a digital signature into that order to confirm that the order was actually placed. This is similar to when we're buying a house. So once we sign off these documents, it's done, right? Because we place our signature on there. In the digital world, it's hard to distinguish between, let's say if we write a check and sign it, and then make a photocopy of the check. It's easy for us to see one is a copy and one is the original check. So if we take the copy to the bank, they're probably not going to work. But in the digital form, there is no difference between the original and the copy. So we need some way to sign these documents. So we provide a digital signature for them. And the last category is integrity control. How can we be sure that the message we received has not been modified in transit? So let's say we send a message. Anyone who is on the network can see the message. So if anybody connects to the network and is using some simple network monitoring software that records the packets and parses them and reads them, they can see the message. Or they can pick up the message and change it and resend it. So let's say, yes.
So how do you prove credit card fraud? How do you prove credit card fraud? Like if someone stole your credit card and you say place that order? How do you prove that?
Somebody stole another person's credit card
Yeah.
and placed an order,
Yes.
and they're saying that they didn't place it? Uh-huh, okay. Well,
I can answer that. I work for the bank.
okay.
Basically, you fill out a claim and you testify over the telephone that everything that you said is true. And if one piece of it comes out false, you are on the hook for it. So if you have a bill of $10,000 and the fraud department doesn't catch it, to close down and deny the whatchamacallit, and you have to go to that process, it's a legally binding process. So, you know, that's,
So it's kinda
it's let's put it this way, you don't have to prove it, but if you say one thing that's inconsistent, then you do have to prove that you'd have to prove that you didn't do it. And the number one thing that is inconsistent is I let a non-signer on the account use my card. The minute you say that, boom, you're on the hook. So,
Well, thanks for answering that. But the,
it's a question I've gotten the last 6 years.
like, so with integrity control, the point is that there are intruders on the network. Anyone connected to the network can look at the packets that are being sent through the network. Somebody can pick up this email and change it and resend it. How do we know the message that we receive is genuine and has not been changed? So the integrity control section deals with that.